Hi friends, I'm Julianne and welcome to a realistic day in my life as an artist in San Francisco. This is a fairly typical day in my life except for the fact that I've injured my thumb pretty badly. So I can't hold anything including my Apple Pencil, which affects my ability to draw quite a bit. And as you guys can imagine, this does affect my life as an artist, but we'll try to make it not affect my life as a business owner. So I guess this is a little bit of a peek into my life for a while as an artist who's not allowed to draw. Beautiful friends, it's finally lunchtime and today we're having a little bit of a Korean assortment and I have to eat it with a fork because this guy is out of commission. Basically, I can't use this thumb at all. And I don't know if I told you guys how I got this injury. I think I did in another vlog, but it came from volleyball. So it's an impact wound on the bone. It's like, there's nothing wrong with the tendons around it or the muscle. It's just the bone, but it hurts a lot. So that's not very good as an artist. You know, I use this hand to draw. I also use it to do everything like eating with chopsticks, can't do anymore. I have been turning every doorknob with this hand. It's been more than I thought. So all of you guys with tendonitis or carpal tunnel, I am so sorry. However, I do want to make a point that that's not what's happening here. When I told people that I had a thumb injury, everyone was making fun of me because how much I talk about like working out your hands and wrists so that you don't get injuries as an artist and how important that is to our career. And now my thumb is injured and everyone thought it was like from tendonitis and carpal tunnel, but no, it's an impact wound from a sport. I was playing volleyball and it destroyed my little thumb bone right there. But whatever. Anywho, we are still getting so much done though, because as a business owner, there are so many things to do outside of drawing. And I am fortunate enough that this injury happened after I finished the majority of the stuff I wanted to do for the summer update. So we're okay with that. We're just waiting on product to come in right now, but there's a bunch of stuff to do to prep for the stuff to come in. So this morning I got a ton of work done. What did we do? We edited a reel. I still have a little bit left to do on it, but we edited most of it. We did all my sales taxes. That was huge. That was really huge. The sales taxes, I've talked about this a million times, but state to state, it's all different. So it's really annoying. And of course, I had to do Florida, and Florida is the most annoying one. Like, even though I don't do business in any of these states, you still have to do it. Or I didn't do business in that quarter. I do business in these states. We also did all the thumbnails for every product except for the stamps because I'm still waiting for those guys to come in. But it's okay. We're still able to create like emails and stuff with what I have because I got this picture from my manufacturer. I'm basically just going to send that out as a sneak peek. And I think that'll just give people enough information as to what is to come for this update. It is happening July 20. When is it happening? I feel like July 24th is the date to come to mind. Oh yeah, it's happening July 24th. We're going to have sticker sheets. We're going to have the button stamps. And hopefully by then my thumb will be back to normal and I can start drawing again for the fall update, which will be much bigger. But anywho, we still have a lot to do today. We have all of this left, a ton of stuff, and I can't remember. I'm gonna eat first. I'm really hungry, and when I'm hungry, I'm just not quite functioning. So let's do that, and then we'll talk again about what we need to do. Hello, Mr. Biko. Little bit of cat time. Oh. Ooh. Cat, 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 cat. Second cat. Cat, 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 cat. Hello, my beautiful friends. We are well into the afternoon now, and I have gotten so much work done. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's because I'm wearing jeans today or something. Like I feel like a real person, and so I'm getting so much done. But I'm actually going to be leaving in like 15 minutes to go to dinner with my sister, and this wasn't on the plan for today. And also, it's not dinner time. We're getting dinner an hour away from where I am, and by that time it's still not dinner time for me. And although she is 2 years younger than me, she is like so grandma about her dinner plans. I don't know if I said it. I'm getting dinner with my sister. I'm like so scatterbrained right now. But anywho, she's a couple years younger than me, and she consistently asked me to get dinner with her at 5:45 or like 5:30. She's like very punctual about her like evening routine. She needs to get into bed at a certain time. She likes to get home at a certain time, and that often means that she needs to eat at 5:45. And so I then need to eat at 5:45 with her. And then I get hungry again at 8:30, but whatever. I want to get dinner with my sister. I haven't seen her in a while, so that will be a lot of fun. But let's talk about what we've been doing. So I have been creating a bunch of posts to get scheduled on Instagram, on my email, on YouTube. Everywhere where I post, I've been creating content for that to advertise my summer update and to advertise older products. So I've been really thinking about this, and I'm sure some of you guys are wondering too, what is an artist to do and what is an art business to do when the artist cannot draw? It sucks. I'll tell you that. I crave to draw like every single day, and I just like have not been able to. And also all of my content, this content revolves around me being able to draw and me being able to make money. My money comes from me being able to make products, which means I have to draw. However, what is also true is that my business also relies on marketing in order for me to make money. If more people know who I am more likely to make more money. And the fact of the matter is, I have a small business. Most people don't know who I am. Like 99% of the world have no idea that Pepper Cut Studio exists, that Julianne Doodles exists. And so my job, now that I can't draw, is I'm going to push as much as I can into a marketing effort. If you guys are new here, it's basically just me and the Minion. And the Minion doesn't usually make content. Sometimes I make her make content, but she does a lot of like shop stuff. So usually all of the marketing effort and ideas, creativity, big business planning, and art is up to me. And usually, obviously, I like to do the art more, so I really neglect the marketing aspect. I'm really lucky I have a YouTube channel so that anyone knows who I am. I'm actually pretty bad about posting online. I'm not very good about nurturing my email list, but in the next few weeks, I'm going to be putting a ton of effort into doing that so that the health of my business is doing good. And if anything, it just really preps the business for when I am ready to make more products. And when I can draw, there will be people there to consume it. And when I'm on a roll with it, I do like making content, but for the most part, I really don't. But since I have nothing else to do, and this is my only responsibility right now, I just been doing it. So I've been making a bunch of carousels. I've been making a few reels. Like we have 2 reels done right here. And I've been making a bunch of carousel posts, just posting the art that's in the summer update. I've made thumbnails I'm going to make into a post as like a shop update sneak peek. I've also made this like carousel thing where it's like, what kind of traveler are you? And I've noticed that those are very popular on Instagram right now. And honestly, I am not like a trend follower, not in like, oh, I'm so cool. But it's like, I'm not very much on the internet. So I don't really know what the trends are often in order to catch them on time. And so I'm never participating in trends. And that's not really great because a lot of these trends can bring a lot of eyes to your art. And I don't think that really translates into sales, but because I'm a character specific artist, it could get people to see my character more and gain more recognition for the characters, which will inevitably help with the sales. So my marketing plan really is like, let the people know the sprouts exist. And here are some products with some sprouts on it. So I've done the what type of traveler are you? And then how are you spending your summer? So that summer one allows me to use older art and promote older products, which I also feel like a lot of small businesses don't do that great of a job of, especially as artists. We really like moving on to the next piece and just like working on new things and just one time posting our art. And so a lot of those older products, even though they're still really great, people forget about them and you just end up selling less of them. But if you continue advertising it, those great products will get the eyeballs that they deserve. So I've been trying to do that as well. These are like all things that I tell myself all the time and I tell other people, but I very much don't do it. Like I'm kind of a do as I say, not what I do kind of business owner. Like don't observe me, just like listen to me because I need to listen to my own advice. And I'm finally kind of listening to it and I'm getting into my marketing bag. And marketing doesn't mean just social media. For me, social media is pretty important to my business, but it also means trying to grow your email list. So that's going to be a really big deal for me. When I'm going to smaller events, I'm going to really try to push people to follow my small business. I'll give them like maybe 10% off or like a free sticker if you join my email list. If you haven't joined my email list yet, do it. It's the best way to know when things are happening, what's happening. I give early access to exclusive products. I do exclusive sales. I don't know why I'm doing this at you guys, but we do a lot on there. It's a great place to be if you love Peppercut Studio products. Anywho, yeah, that's what I've been doing. And this morning, I did all the non-fun stuff like taxes and getting hotel rooms. Ugh, I hate doing that. Anywho, I need to leave now. I've been talking for too long. And when I get back, oh my God, I'm watching Toy Story tonight. Ooh, busy night. We're probably gonna be making more posts after this, honestly. I want to batch it all right now. If you listen to like social media content creators, not to be a hater, I really don't enjoy like that genre because I often find that a lot of people are trying to sell like some sort of course. And there are some like legitimate people out there. All right. There is good stuff out there. But for the most part, I would actually not even say the most part. I think it's very common for people to grow their social media account by teaching people how to grow their social media account. So it's like this feedback loop, but you're only growing it because you're telling people like, I know how to grow your account and people are following you because of that. But you actually have no proof of like growing other accounts for the most part. And then they sell you a course and it's like this whole thing. But then again, there are some people out there who are good. So I'm not shitting on everybody. I'm just saying that I get annoyed by some of them and they say batch content like all the time. And it is a good thing. You should batch content. But I'm not gonna pay you $10,000 for you to say, that's your content. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, those who get it, get it. Those who don't get mad at me. Don't, because I'm sensitive. Anywho, okay, let's go eat. Beautiful friends, it is 11:06 and I just got out of the theater. I just watched Toy Story 5 and I have to tell you, I am a little bit one of those like grumps, and I think for the most part it's justified, where I really don't like the whole like infinite sequel thing that's happening with Hollywood and with movies, where they don't have to work on making new stories, or they don't want to fund new stories because they just want to make really surefire bets by just making a bunch of sequels or live actions of beloved cartoons. Like, I'm kind of against all of that, right? I really don't love that. I really want the film industry to support more original stories and not just make $400 million blockbusters all the time. Like, I feel like the only genre that's really doing that consistently is the horror genre. The investment is well worth it when they invest in these smaller projects and they believe in smaller artists telling their stories. But anyway, we were talking about Toy Story. And oh yeah, I remember how we got here. My dislike of like prequels, sequels, that whole sickness in the industry, except for the Toy Story franchise, because I do feel like they do a really, really good job of not just relying on nostalgia, even though I do feel like this one did a little bit, especially with the buzzes. I loved it, but it did rely, the humor did rely a little bit on that, quite a bit actually. But what I was saying, I keep getting distracted, but what I was saying that I think the Toy Story franchise really does a good job transforming and changing and growing up with its audience. The first Toy Story came out in 1998, and so I was a peewee, didn't really understand anything at the moment, but I grew up with this franchise, and I think that the Toy Story franchise is very good at embodying and demonstrating that it is imminent, the connection between time and change, and you can't stop it. You kind of have to just accept it and then really dig deep when things are a little scary and they're changing a lot to figure out what really is important and what do we want to hold on to and what is not necessary to hold on to, and how do we need to change, because the times are changing and they're going to change without you, whether or not you decide to come along. And Toy Story as a whole does a really great job of showing that and connecting it to creativity and play and the humans being about connection. It sounds very stupid. It sounds like I think about it a lot, but I think it's one of my favorite franchises because of how great they are at showing that. And to little kids and to adults who are maybe also having some issues adjusting with the times. And every movie always comes out at a great moment when there's been big pivotal change. I can't wait to see how Toy Story tackles AI and tries to see the positive in AI. That'll be interesting. But anyway, I liked it. I think it's my least favorite of the Toy Stories, but that's because all the other Toy Stories are really great. I remember when Toy Story 4 came out, I really, really wanted to not like it, but I really liked it. I thought it was really good. My favorite Toy Story is the second one, but I've cried in every single Toy Story. I've cried in every single one. And I don't know if I'll be watching this one again anytime soon. No, that doesn't mean anything. I think it's a good movie, and I'm happy I saw it. Anywho, I am now working on one last post to get ready. I know it doesn't seem like we did a lot today because usually I'm drawing, and drawing takes a lot more time. And so in the vlog, it looks like I've been working longer, but every day has the same amount of hours in the day, and I've been working most of the day. So if I was drawing, it would just look longer in the vlog, but it took the same amount of time. I feel like today was very, very productive, and I am just starting to try to get used to what my new work life is going to look like until my little hand is back to normal. I just really need to like stop doing stuff with it. I feel like at night, I'm like doing a lot of stuff with my hands. Like I'm like doing this or something. I don't know. Because I would wake up and it hurts. And I've always thought that I sleep like a vampire. Like I sleep like this. And I don't move all night. And I wake up like this, or I wake up like tree, like in tree pose. All right. I don't move to my knowledge. Like none of my sheets are wrinkled or anything, but somehow this is hurting. Anyway, my vlogs are going to be looking a little different, but this means that I can probably start talking to you guys more about how things are going in terms of learning what to do posting wise, what's working, what's not working. I used to get a lot of questions like that, but then I told you guys that I'm not on social media much, and you guys can see I don't post very much. But now that I'm back on my posting game, because it's all I can quite frankly do for my business, I'll be collecting information. I'll be learning. I'll become a social media guru. Oh my God. What is it? You live long enough to become the villain or something? That's me. I'm going to be one of those. I'm going to start coming to you guys like, do you want to make $30,000 a month on social media? Here's how. Like, that's how I'm going to be entering all my videos now. Anyway, let's make this last post so that I can get this footage to my editor and I can go to sleep and take a shower and feel better. That'd be nice. That'd be very nice. And then tomorrow, oh my God, tomorrow I have to wake up so early. I have to get work done on my car. Ugh. That's the thing about having a car, huh? It always needs maintenance. Anywho, we can definitely tell that I've been on this mic for too long now. So, I leave. And you watch. Ooh, can't use this hand to turn it off. All right, guys, it's late in the night. It is now 12:30. This was a day in my life, and now it's gone to the next day, and that's okay. I only have to wake up at 7:30 tomorrow. I should be able to make it to the dealership at like 8:15, so I'll have 6.5 hours of sleep. Maybe I'll take like a midday nap, which I'm not very good at actually, because if I take a midday nap, I will just pass out the rest of the day, and I cannot do that tomorrow. So I'll just be a little sleepy tomorrow. Anywho, we finished all the posts that I need for the rest of the month. That was great. That feels good. I finished my taxes, and I know I keep saying it. So wow, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling, especially if you have ADHD and you have a little bit of that executive dysfunction, a lot of it of that executive dysfunction. Getting a task like that done feels so good. And it never feels like it'll ever feel this good after getting it done. So you dread it. But it does feel so incredibly good. And I can't believe I finished it in like a timely manner and I didn't get distracted. Sometimes with ADHD, you're able to lock in an unbelievable amount. Usually it's right before the deadline when it's panic time and it's almost too late. And sometimes you just can't lock in enough and then it's too late and then you have to deal with the consequences, unfortunately. Lately, I feel like I've trained it to lock in at the very last second, which is great. And somehow this time it worked a whole month ahead of time. Like, it's not due until July 31st, and I got it done. I got it done, guys. Wow. It's July 7th, by the way. Pretty happy with that. Anywho, thank you so much for watching this vlog. This has been a day in my life. Do I often go out this often in a one day? No, I don't. I actually didn't expect to go out this much. My friends texted me this morning to go to breakfast and then a coffee shop. I thought that was going to be my entire day. And then I got invited to dinner with my sister. And then I realized that it's movie Tuesday because movies are cheaper on Tuesdays, and I've been wanting to see Toy Story or Supergirl, even though it's gotten really bad reviews. And so I decided to go because I got all my work done. Not all of it. Obviously, I did a little bit more, but now I super have all my work done, and I can start thinking about the future a little bit more and try not to think about my injury and not being able to draw, even though that's all I want to do. I can't even goof off and play Pocopia because I can't use the joystick on this thumb. Whatever. It's okay. No need to feel sad for myself. I feel like a potential pit that I can fall into is not drawing for a while and then feeling bad about it because other people are drawing and I feel like I'm falling behind and I'm not getting better and blah, 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 blah. And that will drive me insane. And then somehow I'll come to the conclusion that I'm not meant to be an artist and that I need to start looking for jobs. That has happened more than once, where I'm on the brink of giving up. It happens kind of often, and it's also it sounds really bad, right? It sounds like kind of like a meltdown situation, but it is really common. It is really common in this community. It is really common as a small business owner to have big moments of doubt. And I feel like sometimes I freak you guys out because in the comments, I get comments like, stop, you are spiraling. And it's like, I'm just expressing my thoughts out loud to some strangers. And of course, that's going to come with some consequences sometimes. People are going to think I'm actually losing my mind, but I'm just saying things out loud. And sometimes it sounds crazy, but trust me, everyone feels it. 90% of the people I know in this community feel that way more often than you think. And I do see that for myself coming within the next 2 weeks or so. So if I sound kind of scary, I'll get over it. It's just the injury. Anywho, I say goodbye. And then I went on this really weird tangent, really weird rant. I'm so sorry. Okay, good night, bye. Shop update happening July 24th. Okay, now bye.